Today we're going to be talking about success, wealth, prosperity, and joy. Who doesn't want more of these things in their life? And yes, these things are all interrelated. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there are two aspects of this I think we have to find balance with in our lives, and that is to appreciate and be present with the wealth, success, prosperity, and joy that already exists in our life, and also to be working on some sort of path to increase our material wealth, success, prosperity, and joy. So let's talk about the first of those. The first would be, being present in the joyful moments that we have in our lives. And I'll give you an example. Today is July 4th, 2017. I hiked out to this spot on a remote corner of a lake. And I'm swimming, sorta. I'm just, sitting here in the water with my head sticking out and my hand with the phone. It didn't cost me a dime to get out here other than the gas it took to get me to the trailhead. So you could say this is free, but at the same time, you can't put a price on this experience. And I wouldn't enjoy this any more or less whether my net worth was $1 or $1 billion. And we all have things like this in our life. Not just experiences like this, but you think about the people in our life, our family, our friends, our loved ones. Those are our true riches. And those are our true riches and our true blessings, he said without a lisp. And those are something to truly celebrate and be mindful of. One of my personal growth gurus, John Bradshaw, talks about what he refers to as kairos moments. And these kairos moments would be spontaneous, joyful moments that we have with family and friends. And I'll give you an example of one that I had just a couple of years ago. Had some friends over, and they had a couple of kids, I think 5 and 7, and they found a pair of my size 11 boots, and they were clomping around on those size 11 boots. They were clomping around and striking poses and hamming it up and being animated, and it was hysterical. And we were all laughing and having an amazing time. And I call that a kairos moment. That's one of those moments that when you have one, you know it, and we need to train ourselves to be more mindful, to really be present in those moments and celebrate those moments and savor those moments while they're happening. And also, once those moments have passed and have become a memory, to really savor those memories and use those memories as a way to make us smile, especially on days when we're maybe having a hard time to smile, when it's a struggle. We all have crappy days. So when we're having a crappy day, maybe recall some of those kairos moments. Hopefully they can give us a lift and reverse that negative spiral. And yes, we can have negative spirals, but I also believe that we can have upward positive spirals. And those kairos moments can help us to find ourselves, or maybe to reverse a negative spiral and turn it into a positive spiral. So those are just some thoughts on how to be more present and mindful and savor those wonderful moments that we have, and be aware of the riches that are already in our lives. I really celebrate that and be mindful of that, because like I said, this is an amazing experience I'm having right now. It didn't cost me anything, but I can't put a price on this experience, and I wouldn't enjoy this any more or less whether I had $1 in the bank or $1 million or $1 billion in the bank. This is not about money. This wonderful time right here is not about money. So now let's talk about the other half, the ambitious side of it. The things that we have to do to try to better ourselves and improve our circumstance, and there's all sort of ways we can do that. I'm not really here to talk about the specifics of that. Whether your way to do that is to try to maybe advance in your job or career and have your pay increase as a result of that, or whether you're doing something in the stock market or with options or bonds or commodities or some other sort of investment or trading, or whether you're involved in some sort of other entrepreneurial pursuit. Those are all worthwhile ways to try to improve our material wealth, success, prosperity, and joy. And since those things are numerous and varied, it's difficult for me to get into specifics on, well, you should do this and not do that, and all of this. What I'm going to talk about is the thing that is working for me right now, and has been now for several years, and that would be subliminal affirmations. And I stumbled onto this a few years ago, where I would listen to affirmations that I'd found on YouTube, and these can be anything in the area of personal growth, whether you're looking to attract a lover, or be more assertive, or deal with social anxiety, or have more of a prosperous mindset, or affirmations to help motivate you in your work and your entrepreneurial activities. These can all have very powerful effect. And I experimented with them a few years ago, just listening to a couple of recordings here and there, and found fairly immediate effect. But I also found that they wore off after a little while. So early 2016, I began listening to them daily. I would play them through the night, all night, every night. And I started making my own affirmation recordings, and I would combine them. So I'd have maybe some prosperity affirmations, some motivation affirmations, some be more assertive affirmations, some workout motivation affirmations, and I put them all together in one recording. And 8-hour recording. I would listen to that through the night, all night, every night. And sure enough, I started to see significant improvement in all of those areas. Some more than others. In some areas our subconscious is more stubborn than others, and in some areas our subconscious is more ambitious than others. So everyone's experience will vary, but I have not had any negative experience with this. Nothing has gotten worse, and I've had no negative side effects. So I found it to be a very worthwhile experience. So if you are curious about this, click on the link in the description. That will take you to my YouTube channel, as well as a page that has links to some of these affirmation videos. Feel free to check them out. You can check them out either for a few minutes, or you can play them overnight, or you can have it if you're on a computer and you can have YouTube there. You can have that playing while you're working or while you're doing things at home. I don't think it would hurt to drive with them, but I can't condone that, because I don't want to be responsible for someone having an accident. So probably not a good idea to drive with these. They're not hypnosis, they're just affirmations. Let's take a listen to maybe 30 seconds of one right now, and you can see what this sounds like.
I am making large amounts of money. I am a multi-millionaire.
Every day.
I am always
I am
working
intensely
hard.
focused on will.
I have a powerful belief in
My
myself.
confidence grows strong.
So if you like what you heard, go to the channel, browse, subscribe if you like it, and start listening to some of these affirmations. See if it makes a difference for you. The big difference that I found is when I listen to them on a regular basis. You can listen to it listen to it 2 or 3 times and have some fairly immediate effect, but it may not be lasting. And I can only tell you from my own experience. That's been the case with me. It may be different with you, I don't know. But the real difference that has happened for me is to listen to them on a regular basis. I listen to them all night, every night. And lastly, if you like this, if you want to support this and help make more of these videos possible, more of these recordings possible, please click on the retailer links in the description. If you click on one of those retailer links and place an order within 24 hours, the retailer sends me a small commission. It doesn't cost you any more, but it sure makes a big difference for me. It helps make these recordings possible. So if you like this, please support it. Anytime you have a hankering to go to one of those retailers, if you could go to the retailer through my link, you'd be doing me a huge favor. It doesn't cost you anything more, but like I said, it sure makes a difference in making these videos possible. So I thank you in advance for that. I wish you the very best of luck. Please subscribe, comment, pass this on to your friends, and let me know what kind of experiences you're having with these recordings. And have yourself a wonderful day.